open her up and we'll take a look at what we got inside, and we'll go over some details here, guys. It's got some good pictures on it. I like to use an x-acto knife to cut through the plastic. I don't know, just me. When I was younger, it was more like Christmas and just rip the package off. Here we go. Done right now. Or that. Okay. Okay, what we got here. Parts look good. No complaints here. Chromed. Here's the screws we're going to need to screw the body together. The seats and stuff, they're already done. Oh, that's something that's nice right there, you guys. They blacken the outside edges of the window. I've had to use a felt tip pen before to get it. And it can be done. It looks good, but they did it for me, so it made it easier yet. This is definitely a good kit if you're just starting out, guys. Leave it in the plastic bag. I swear gremlins come and scratch the windshield every time you take it out early. There's the body and the chassis. Looking good. Should be able to paint this bad boy up and look really good, you guys. I don't see much flashing on it. Yeah, this is going to be a good model. And here's the other parts. Snap together. I've never put this model together before. This should be interesting. Really interesting. Alright, what else? What other goodies we got? With our decal sheet. They covered both sides to make doggone sure you didn't scratch up the decals. So that was kind of like it. And the most important part, our instructions. Okay, let's start opening some of the bags, see what we got here, you guys. I'm going to start with the body. Everybody loves to look at the body, so let's open up the body and take a look. You can save the bag if you want to put the body and stuff back in, if you're not going to go right after it right away. Just a little more protection for it. Not a big deal. Definitely not life or death. Check it out, see how it's supposed to work. Well, that was pretty straightforward. Just like that, guys. That is her. That's exactly how she's supposed to go. Okay. Another thing I really like to do, I'll first take it apart, take a good look in it. Excuse me, sorry about that. I like to take the screws and put them in ahead of time to make sure that I don't have the paint and everything all done, and I'm trying to pry on it just to get the screws and stuff in. And who knows what you're going to scratch and move. Put them in ahead of time, and then you kind of tap the holes out ahead of time. That's kind of nice. So, give me a second here. Okay, got the screwdriver. I'll probably, we're going to see that or not, I'll probably just cut the edge of the bag open a little bit. Like so. I just want the screws out. I can do this too, it's in the way. Like so. That's the drive shafts. When I was a kid, that's what we looked for. Something that would roll. Used to play with these and had a ramp at the house, and me and my relatives would come on over and get some models and roll them down the ramp. We had a ball. What can I tell you? Okay, let's try putting that in there. You gotta remember, you don't have to like countersink it or nothing. Probably far enough. Put them in once will make it easier next time. We got her all painted up and ready to roll. See, that one there don't want to go in. That one don't too bad either. Take the X-acto. See, it's flashing there. I had a feeling. It's not threaded. You're making your own threads the first time. This one here is going in pretty tight and pretty hard. I think I'm going to be really glad I did this ahead of time. Another one. Not bad. Not too bad at all. Well, probably too, guys. I should have turned on my lights and stuff. I'm going to take these screws out, get my paints and stuff together, and I'll be back in 2 seconds here. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. We're going to go with the blue, Tamiya blue, rattle can. I like my rattle cans a lot, so I'm going to go with the blue because it was a blue car in there, so probably more of a baby blue. I don't know if it officially came in this blue or not, but I like the color. As long as you're happy with the model you're building, that's all that matters. Here we got primer, Tamiya again. Yep, so we're going to go with that. That priming is important because, like, I'm sure you can probably see these sharp corners here. You need primer, or else paint just likes to run away from the corners, all the sharp points, or even down in these cracks here. You're going to want color in there because it looks good that way. So you hit it with primer, and then you'll be all set. So let me go ahead and stop this. I'm going to take these screws out of here. I'll be right back with you in a couple seconds. Okay, turned on the lights too. Hopefully it's a little bit brighter, guys. Hopefully the phone quits ringing with a little bit of luck. Anyways, I'm going to put those screws, I got them out. I'm going to put the screws back in this because I don't need them. They did their job. Good enough for now. Put that back in there. And look over the body quick. See what the heck we got here. Something else we're going to want to do, and I'm notorious for failing at this. You want to paint the whole body all at once. And I usually forget to either paint the hood or some other part, and I have to catch it up later. Some valance someplace. So we're going to open this up. Take a look at what we got. See, that's that right in here. That is flashing. That's the kind of stuff, but this is pretty clean. The parts themselves are quite clean. That's nice. Makes it easy. Ah, yes. Oh, look what they did for us too. They put all the parts together on the tree. So if I don't like that one dangling. When I was younger, I'd twist the parts off. That's what we did. We twisted them off. You don't want to do that anymore. And the other stunt I pull is I'll use this little headset here, magnify the heck out of everything. And these cutters for cutting stuff off the tree, they are incredible. Cut her off and I'll show you. Okay, there's a little tiny bit of flash here. I think you can probably see it. I'm going to use the X-acto knife. And not cutting this way, I'm going to drag across it. Pretty clean now. Next will be the hood. Very important, the hood. You want to really, tell you what, that piece is in the way. Don't have to be on this tree. There we go. Now I can get right in there. Trimmed them off. There's a little bit too much hanging out, so I'm going to be very gentle. Right there, director. I have little sanding pads too. He turned out good, but I think I can get him better with those sanding pads. Yeah, because there's a little lip right there. I don't know if you can see this or not. This is almost micromanaging right now, guys. With that, let's see what he's gonna look like on the body. I don't think he's permanent once I push him down. I think that's gonna look good on there. The next question I have, and I do have these questions too. Do I paint it like this, or do I paint it with the hood on it? And I don't know yet. I usually have to agonize over that question. I'm gonna cut this piece off here. It's our bumper, etc., etc. You can see there's a little tiny bit of flashing right in there. So we're gonna try to clean him up. I like to go both ways at it to make it smooth as I can get it. Not bad. Let's see how this fits on. I'll put the little hole there for you. Ooh, there's flashing. I didn't notice that. See the flashing? That's got to come off, guys. Otherwise, I don't think she'll fit correctly. So we're going to clean that up too. Not a big deal. Get in there and get her off. Not bad. Not bad, guys. Cleaned up fairly good. Remember, we're worried about how it's going to look when it's sitting there, when it's static. But yet we got to get it all together. And with that flashing on there, it would have been a fight. No reason to make it a fight, guys. Just make it harder than it has to be. Okay, let's see what we got here. That all looks good. That's it. You know what? I think I'm going to have it on, paint it, and then maybe I can peel it off afterwards. Yeah, 'cause I don't think it'll fall off. Let's see the trunk. How about him? Fire flashing. Maybe a little bit there, but I don't think it'll affect anything. Wolf still ain't happy. One more time. Let's see what we got here. we look. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hone out that hole a little bit more. You're getting a little gap, guys. So what we'll do is hone out this hole a little bit more. It's there, it's snug. I didn't want to go too much and make it loose, but at the same time, gotta be enough to be able to use it. There we go. Now that looks pretty good. That I can live with. And like I said, the flashing and stuff that's deep in here, you won't see it. The body will be in the way of that. Oh, you're gonna want that body on before you put that on too, guys. So you gotta spread her open to get her in there. Then, I think is when you're supposed to put this on. Obviously, like I said, a little while since I've done some of these snap tights. Definitely worth playing with them before you... There. Yes, that's... See? And then that lip's going to hold that in too. So that's the way you want it, you guys. Alright. Probably we'll start to look him over a little bit more here in a second. And I'll bet you that's going to jump over that up front. Oh, guess it don't. Nope, I was wrong. Like so. So what we'll do, I think I might paint him all apart instead of together, and then put him together. There really ain't a wrong or a right way to do it, you guys. But that's what I'm going to try to do. So I'm going to set up some of my stuff, and I'll be back in a minute or two here. Hang on. Okay, I got some of my stuff. I'll probably use this here guy for the bumper and the hood. And the body, I have this. Came with my little painting booth kit thing, and just hooks in there. Now you can flip him around and do everything you want to him. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape the parts on here, and I'll show that to you in a minute. And I already bored you enough. I'll have to cut some of that probably video out anyways, or we'll see. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape the parts on here, and we're going to prime. We're going to see, because primer will show if you've got flaws and stuff really good. So give me 2 minutes and I'll be back here, guys. This came also, I believe, maybe I had to pay for it with the paint booth. I love the thing. It comes with these little clips, and that's what's holding this up and that up. The hood I used tape, because the pegs sticking out aren't big enough to hold on to. I'll lose it. And I'm going to put the car back on here and shake up my primer, and I'm going to reset the camera and stuff out where I paint. And when you see that, you'll say, like, you paint there and you don't get dirt. Believe it or not, no. So give me a few minutes and I'll be back. Okay, guys, we are actually out in my garage right now. This is where I do my painting. It is kind of you'd think dirty and everything else, but for some reason the dust don't blow around out here too bad. I still have to close this window because I don't want any wind blowing around in here. Can open it up when we're done after it starts to dry a little bit. Shake this up a little bit more. I do not know how good my coloring and stuff's going to be, you guys. Do my best. It's just primer too, so don't worry. Nice light dose here and there. Try not to spray my arm too much. Leave it right on there. I like to give it light coats. That's the nice thing about this Tamiya paints. I know they're a lacquer. Well, the one said it was, but they dry so fast. I'll use the light. If I see a shine and it's wet, well, I know we got her. And normally it's a gray primer I like, but you guys have white. So with a white styrene body, it's kind of can be a little hard to know if you really got it all or not. Definitely get the edges and the rising areas, because that's where paint will have a hard time wanting to hold on. Next. Come back to that in a minute. Give it all a little bit of a time, just to dry a little bit. Hitting her from every angle I can think of. You ain't gonna be lifting the hood on this one, so don't worry about the underside of the hood. Like on other cars, normally the manufacturer paints the hood underneath the same color as the body. I'm looking for a little flaw in the paint right there. Hood's important. Then hit it like that. Make sure you get that. Make sure you get the back of it. Same with him. And the underside. Alright, but all we're going to do, guys, get the back of it a little bit if you want, I guess. It doesn't hurt nothing. Just even like the body here. Inside it'll say the company and everything that made it. It's black, so just cover it up. I much prefer to cover that than anything up. And there we are. To be totally honest, it's on the verge of being dry already, you guys. So let me get them over here so you can maybe get a better look at them. Ooh, noon. Don't know if you can hear the whistle or not. I got my quality control person in the house right now. He came out, went to the bathroom. Maybe I'll introduce you to him, we'll see. Just let this primer dry. Then we might come out and we'll still color it yet with this little episode we're doing here. And that way I can stop and give you guys a chance to do it yourself. Okay, be back in a few minutes here. Okay, I'm back. The primer looks pretty decent, so I said, heck with it. Let's shoot this thing. Let's give her some color. So I brought out the blue. That's what we're going to use. Again, I'm sure it's a lacquer. It's a spray paint, all it says on it, for plastic, but we'll see what we get here, guys. Oh yeah, that's going to look good, I think. Nice faint coat. Very faint coat. Spit on me a little bit. Alright, didn't hurt it. That's all we did. Okay. Definitely see a lot of white through it. Just let that settle a little bit and soak in. Move on to the next. Wipe that nozzle off too. More than I wanted to hit, but won't hurt nothing. Yeah. Oops. Jeez. Boy, she ain't afraid to fire out, guys. The other thing I almost forgot to do too. Get the underbelly of the car inside here. I like the roof and stuff to have the color of the body. I don't know if that's that visible to you, but there we go. Now we're just gonna let that sit for a few minutes, dry off, harden off a little bit, probably 5, maybe 10, and then I'll come back and we'll give her another coat. I'm back. It's been about 5-6 minutes. I'm pretty sure it's dried up pretty good. So let's go ahead and start round 2 here for coating her up. I like to start on the bottom. That's just me though. We're not going to drown it. Go the other side. Top. Like that. And that. Not too bad. Our last coat for the color. So this one here will probably be done a little bit heavier than I've been doing to get her so we got her like we want her to look. You want it just enough so it flows, but you don't want it to run. Pretty good. I'm pretty much happy with that. Alright, off to this. Okay, I am back and I am holding the camera, and this is how we turned out with our paint. It looks smooth, it looks good. I have no complaints. Give you a sort of a glimpse of what happened. And we're going to have to let it, what you call, gas off. Even though it's dry, because it's a lacquer, it still actually gets harder and harder as time goes on. Here's the hood. And one more thing I'm a little concerned with. I'm going to clear coat it with Tester's clear coat, because it's almost got a wet look. It's a good clear coat. The catch is, it's Tamiya paint on it. And I don't know how they get along with each other. Comfortable. That's still uncomfortable. It's D-Rab's Model Shop coming back to you guys. The car's painted. We're all done here. But my quality control guy said, nope, you gotta quit. You're going too fast. You're going too far. Time to stop. You're gonna make a mess. I said, okay, I'll stop, Lou. I'll quit. So what we're going to do, we're going to print this out, or print it. Really, we're going to post it out on the internet. And then next time, I'm going to go ahead and clear coat this car. So you guys can see how it turns out. It don't look bad now, but it'll be shinier yet when I'm done. So that's the end of that. And I will talk to you guys soon. Please don't forget to subscribe, or give me at least a thumbs up if you like the video. And I guess we'll talk to you later.